Hey, good morning, everybody. Um, kind of going a little low tech, high tech here. I'm on my laptop, that's why the view looks a little bit different. I'm just gonna do some. Let me just kind of angle it here a little bit. Okay. Hey, good morning, everyone. Uh, hey, November 13th, middle of November, pretty awesome. It's the week of grandparents day on Friday. Pretty awesome there. We got, I think, 6 student shadows this week, so we're busy there, which is a real neat blessing for all of us. Thank you to the students that are hosting those shadow students. Um, yeah, and we're glad you're here. So let me, I got to go through my list here. First and foremost, last week while you were off, 3 of our students, Hudson Morgan, Faith Hernandez, and Alex Schusler, all were at a speech and debate contest up in Boulder, I believe. Mrs. Naylor and her team took these students up to their first ever speech and debate, and the students did great. All 3 students um, earned an award. Hudson took first in humorous interpretation, Faith took 6th, and Alex took 6th, both in novice public forum. And I'm telling you, and this is going to tie into our devotion, you want to talk about risk taking? Unbelievable risk taking. Congratulations. Just really proud of you for that. Also, a huge shout out to our cheer. They competed again last week, kind of to wrap up their season. And Dr. K was there because the high school cheer was there. And his words that our middle school cheer was better than some of the high school cheer. So, again, huge risk taking for some. That was brand new. So again, there's that risk taking piece. So just so proud of you all. Some of you, again, as we closed out fall sports, you'd never run in cross country before, and there you go, or played golf for a school before, so there you go. Um, Volleyball, you've never played volleyball before, you've never played soccer before, you've never played flag football before. Um, so there's all these opportunities for risk taking, and I'm just so proud of you for that. So just risk taking is such a huge part of where you're at. So I just wanted to make sure that this was included in the video as well. That is not easy. That is not easy. Um, the start of the fourth quarter eligibility starts this week. So, fourth week of the second quarter. So that starts this week. So Mr. Hansen is going to be talking to some basketball players starting tomorrow, depending on their grade guardian. And then also behavior is a factor as well. Are we actively and positively contributing to our community? So that's an important thing. So eligibility, Mr. Hansen will having those conversations tomorrow. Lost and found, the storage room over by Miss Allred, which is kind of a curation spot for all things lost. That is going to be emptied this week. The end of the week, so after y'all go home at noon on Friday, I will be emptying that, putting the items out, and we're going to be taking them up to David Clifton Ministries for donation. So please go through that end of hallway closet there. And then, I was thinking about basketball. Basketball obviously has started. Super excited for you. This is a real opportunity for 2 things to happen. One is we walk onto the court with a sense of arrogance and lack of humility, and we just think we're better than everybody else, both personally, athletically, and all that. The other is we take this opportunity, regardless of your skill level, and we encourage others and we get excited for others. So whether basketball is kind of a new thing for us and it's not really our jam, I can get excited for those who are really good at it. And then the opposite, those that this is their game, this is where they tend to shine. This is an opportunity for you to practice humility and encourage others instead of walking out there thinking, how do I embarrass my teammates? How do I make myself look better? Whether through my words or my actions, versus how can I be a joyful collaborator out on and as a teammate? How can I be a gracious communicator when I'm using my words to build up others? And our insecurities kind of flare up during these kinds of situations. We wish whatever, and then all of a sudden our insecurities kind of take over and we start not being gracious communicators or joyful collaborators. So my hope challenge for you is gracious communicators and joyful collaborators. Okay. All right. That's it on my to-do list. Jumping into the calendar here. I'm going to refresh this window. Give me a quick second. I'm going to just refresh this, making sure that most updated calendar is down there. Okay. So if you scroll through the bottom here, Monday morning messenger, and a couple things on the calendar. I am out, so I'm downsizing, right? I'm an empty nester, so my wife and I bought a townhouse like a mile from my current house because we love our neighborhood. So that I'm closing on that today. So I'm going to be out basically from 11 on, and then I'm taking a personal day tomorrow to move as much of the stuff as we can. So I will not be here on Tuesday. We've got shadow students today. Welcome. And Wednesday and also Thursday. And then, of course, like I said, Grandparents' Day. And then we've got Faith Families on Thursday. So Faith Families, obviously, the food collection and things like that. So you've seen that in the newsletter. So that's really, really, really important. I would love for the middle school to make us proud in that regard. Would love to make us proud. So let me pull up the thing from the newsletter, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's the newsletter piece. So the Thanksgiving food drive is for the 16th. And David Clifton Ministries is awesome. I've mentioned them before. When we first moved here, I found them so like 10 years ago. They're up on Colfax, and they're just the little engine that could. They make a huge difference in this world, and this is an opportunity for us to really help them make an impact. So we're just asking students bring non-perishable foods, food items, canned food. And honestly, if you can spend your own dollars on it, students, to buy those canned goods, that would actually be even more of a powerful message for you to learn through this process. So they used to feed a few hundred homeless. Now they're up into the thousands, just because there's so much need out there. But anyway, just an amazing Thanksgiving food drive. I'm going to add a link to this to the email that I send out with the Monday morning message. All right. All right. Devotions. So church was it was a challenging one. It was the parable of the talents, where the master has these three servants. They give, basically it's the equivalent of millions of dollars to three. And the third one, they give one talent to. Talent is like a bag of money, bag of gold. So let's just say it's $1 million. And the two of them, they go out and they multiply their efforts. They come back with a bunch more, right? Double. This one leaves, buries it. Some years later, comes back and hands back the exact same amount of talents that they were given. Like, didn't take any risks or multiply their efforts at all. Just no risk whatsoever. Just I'm gonna play safe. I don't want to lose anything. I don't want to lose the master's money, so I'm not going to lose anything. Okay. Well, That's not exactly what the master was hoping for. The master wanted this person to risk, to go try something, to make an effort. So how does that relate to us? This was the convicting piece. So you have been given talents, right? Talents as in money, talents as in gifts, and talents as in how you and I think of talents. Talents not in terms of this as in a bag of money, but gifts. You have been given those. And because of that, that means you have a responsibility. So the question is, have you risked using these talents, your gifts? Have you taken any risks? Have you used them well? Right? So back to the basketball thing. This is why I brought that up. So let's say you're given the gift of basketball talent, for example, or speech and debate. That's another one. Speech and debate, another relevant, timely gift. Have you used them well? Right? Have you used those gifts and talents well to build others up, to further the kingdom? So at the end of the day, it's not about being fearful and holding this in. And I'm going to hold these gifts and I'm going to keep them for myself. And I don't want to lose anything, or I don't want to risk. No, it's about generosity. It's what can I do with my gifts? How can I use my gift of basketball, my gifts of speech and debate to further God's kingdom, to build someone up, right? So the two questions that we were asked in church: what has the master already given you? So what gifts and talents do you have? What gifts do you have? And what do you have? So what do you have that's been entrusted to your care, right? Those gifts they've been entrusted to you. Okay. So you could bury them and not do anything and just hold them to yourself. I'm not going to lift anybody else. Or you can risk and glorify Jesus, glorify the master, our God, in the using of those gifts, in the words that you say, on the basketball court, in the halls, etc. So at the end of the day, we want our master, our God, to say, well done, good and faithful servant. You have used those gifts well. All right, y'all, be good.